Move the script. Coming up on Murrow News 8, why a local man was sentenced to jail time.
And a look at the weather conditions after a very rainy Washington week. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello and welcome to Murrow News 8. I'm Augustus Marceau.
And I'm Grace Harvey. Starting off today, sorry, give me just a second, there's no prompter. State Route I-94 will be closed for several weeks starting today. Last month's flooding washed a culvert under the highway near Center West in Pullman. 3 miles will be blocked between Highway Road and Hamilton Road and Union Center. Repair work is scheduled to end May 15th.
And if you're wondering about the weather, Pullman has been, obviously yesterday there was some flooding, there was some hail, there was some thunder going on. Sorry, the teleprompter is going crazy right now, for those wondering why I'm laughing. But yeah, the weather is going to continue struggling. It's going to be rainy today, rain tomorrow, rain on Wednesday as well. Hopefully no more thunder and lightning. We can hope, cross our fingers there, but don't get used to the sun because the sun's not coming back until the weekend. Back over to you guys at the desk.
And flash flooding has damaged Colfax rural roads around Colfax. Green Hollow Road and Upper Union Flat roads are closed due to mud and debris covering the roads. Overall damage is still being assessed, but drivers are advised to tread carefully as there could be unknown mudslides along other avenues.
And with construction continuing in Pullman, we are seeing backup delays with traffic. We have our reporter Ella Price at the scene at the construction.
Thanks, Augustus. I'm currently here at the intersection of Stadium Way and Main Street, right off of the entrance into WSU's campus. The project started today, and I was able to talk to a few of the construction workers at Colvaco before they left for today. They gave me an update on the project and said that they are repairing the pedestrian buttons, the overhead traffic signals, and the street name signs. The project is expected to be finished by Friday, but it's looking more like next Tuesday. Another project that is happening is at Stadium Way and Valley Road intersection, which is looking to be open by tomorrow. Expected projects coming up is at Main Street and Bishop Boulevard and Main Street and Terraview Drive. All construction is expected to be finished by mid-May. I'm Ella Price reporting in Pullman, Washington, and that's all I have for you guys. So now I'm sending it back to the desk.
Awesome. And when we come back from break, we're going to take a look at our Murrow 50th Symposium.
And the Masters concluded Sunday, how the winner cemented himself into the history books in more ways than one. After the break. That was the wrong.
Days, months.
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
Years.
I'd like to give you this.
A lifetime. Can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments. Some that may never repeat.
Come on.
Or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
And an Auburn man was recently sent to jail on felony property crimes, including vehicle theft. 38-year-old Ahmed was sentenced to 3 months in jail and 2 years of probation. Ahmed was arrested in January off State Route 26 in Colfax for allegedly trying to steal a mobile home. After that attempted theft, Ahmed was found in a vehicle stolen from Seattle.
And President Donald Trump has signed the declaration of disaster for the northern Idaho counties. And so what that means is there was December 16th through the 18th. They were signed because of severe windstorms as that went through the area, causing damage to electricity lines. And FEMA will now be able to assist with local, state, and tribal governments. Excuse me, folks. As part of signal work being done around town, Stadium Way and Main Street, construction has started today. Crews are replacing traffic lights and street name signs. Expect delays, one-lane roads, and stop signs. The Stadium Way and B Street project is still in progress and will be wrapping up tomorrow. Projects starting soon include ways on Larry and Turner Street.
And now we cut to sports as soon as Connor gives us sports.
What you see here is the aftermath of a rainstorm that hit the Palouse yesterday afternoon. We went around campus to ask students what do they think about this spare of the moment weather.
I think the weather was kind of bad yesterday. I mean, I came from Spokane, so it was really dangerous. I saw so much water at the roads. It kind of looked like it was going to flood. I was worried that that was going to happen again.
Well, our intramural softball team game got canceled, and I take photos for them, so we went to the city playfields and played there instead. And the thunder was loud. I was a little cold, but otherwise it didn't affect us that much.
I didn't know it was going to be raining, so I went to Jackson Hall in shorts and a short sleeve, and then I had to go back to my dorm at some point, and I look outside and it's just a curtain of rain.
Today, it's a different story, but the clouds still remain in the sky. Reporting in Pullman, Washington, Olivia Solis, Murrow, News 8.
Well, now, as we get into this beautiful Washington gray, I've been really bummed. We're getting right back to it, and we just got through the weather that can cure seasonal depression. Now, Levi, I'm curious, are we going to get back to that? Because I really miss it.
Yeah, Gus, well, I have good news and I have bad news for you. The good news is the hail that we saw yesterday probably going to be over. There's not going to be any more hail for the week. And also thunder and lightning, which we did also see yesterday. Hopefully there'll be no more thunderstorms, none in the forecast. But the bad news, Gus, is that the rain is not going away anytime soon. It's going to be rainy today. It's going to be more rain tomorrow, more rain on Wednesday, and clouds throughout the rest of the week. So if you're hoping for the sun, if you were getting used to the sun last week, I apologize because you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for the sun. Today's high 53, low 41, so the temperature's honestly pretty comfortable, but it's just the rain that's the big problem. And if you look at tomorrow, it's going to be more of the same. Checking out the state map, again, you know, Olympia, a little bit sunny, but there's rain in Seattle. There's rain also, a little bit of rain mixed in Spokane. The Tri-Cities, man, we keep saying it every day, but I'm jealous of the Tri-Cities. 67, partly sunny. That's like the perfect spring conditions. I wish we had those same spring conditions coming over here in Pullman. But yeah, taking a look at that 5-day forecast, it's going to be, like I said, pretty more of the same this week. Not a whole lot. You know, you can see 53, 43, 46, 52. So temperatures, not a whole lot of variation. And again, you're going to see partly cloudy towards the end of the week, maybe the sun peeking out Friday, Saturday, but it's rain on Tuesday, it's rain on Wednesday, and a lot of clouds this week. So hopefully it doesn't cause too much seasonal depression for you, Gus, but I'll put you back over to you guys over at the desk to finish up.
Well, thank you. It kind of bums me out, but I guess I'll look forward to it in a little bit later days. Now, WSU Rugby has fought hard this season, but have they fought too hard? How misfortune has brought their season to a close.
And as mentioned earlier, the Masters have concluded how the winner cemented himself in what makes this one in the history books. After the break.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
The Folly Cup now belongs to the Bulldogs. Gonzaga captured the 34th Folly Cup on Saturday in the annual rowing regatta against WSU. The Bulldogs set the tone early, capturing the top Varsity 8 race, and went on to win 4 out of 6 races. The Cougs' second Varsity 8 boat won its race and notched the top time of the regatta. Coach Jane Lariviere was proud of the second varsity crew, but found the results to be a bit unusual.
Losing to Gonzaga, but I believe that the conditions stayed similar, and in practice the 1V is usually quite far ahead of the 2V, so it was really unusual that the 2V's time was faster than the 1V. So
injuries are bringing the WSU Club Rugby's men's team season to an end. The team announced on Instagram that with injuries piling up throughout the season, the team made the decision to end its season early and skip the NCRC tournament in Ellensburg at the end of the season. The Cougs will look to bounce back when the fall season begins in September. Rory McIlroy joins an elite list of golfers after capturing the Masters title this weekend at the Augusta National Course, becoming the first golfer in over 2 decades to win back-to-back Masters titles. The veteran golfer shot 12 under to win by just 1 stroke over Scottie Scheffler and earned a payout of $4.5 million. Man, I wish I had that kind of money. And at the collegiate level, the Cougs are also on the up, tying their best finish of the spring season with a 4th place showing at the El Macero Classic this weekend. The Cougs ended the tournament with a score of 15 over and jumped 2 spots on the final day behind a 3-over performance powered by Sam Renner and freshman Dylan Bowen. The Cougs finished tied with St. Mary's, while Pacific topped the leaderboard with a 12-stroke lead. The Cougs now prepare for the WCC Championships at the start of May. Pro Cougs in the NBA, Jalen Wells and Muhammad Gay had solid years, with Wells jumping to a reputable 12.5 points per game and Gay earning more than double the minutes of his previous 2 seasons combined. A bright spot came with Cedric Coward, who's a rookie, notching over 13 points and nearly 6 rebounds per game on 47% efficiency. On the other hand, veteran Klay Thompson had a down year with his lowest field goal percentage of his career, along with career lows in points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game. Here is what the 4-time champion had to say following the Mavs' last game of the season.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm under contract, so I do, but I've definitely learned my time in Dallas. You know, things can change on a dime, so I'm just here to have a great time and put my best foot forward, and that's all you can do. That's the hardest part about being an NBA player.
Well, folks, the good news is the teleprompter's back and so are we. So when we come back, Wednesday could be a sweet treat for both you and Uncle Sam. How Krispy Kreme is rewarding people for finishing their taxes after the break.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna. Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Now, we have all heard about donuts with Dad, but what about taxes with Krispy Kreme? The popular donut shop is trying to convince all of us to stop procrastinating with taxes due this week. If you are feeling hungry, you can purchase a dozen and receive a free dozen just to help motivate you with some tax fun. Has everybody finished their taxes? We're getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, I did. It's a painful process, but it's over with now.
That's good. It was a rhetorical question. I know that you haven't.
Yeah, Gus knows that I haven't, but you know what? Maybe this Krispy Kreme will motivate me. Unfortunately, the closest one is in Spokane, but you know what? I have to put out time to do my taxes anyway, so maybe I'll just make the drive.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't done mine either.
Yeah, that's about all the time we have today, folks. I will say thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all Wednesday.